today, not talking about a lot, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys at the fields here. They're all ready to have fertilizer put on. We got the 1066 up there with the chisel on the back, so when they come put the fertilizer on, we can chisel it in. Hoping you can hear me. It's a little breezy and it's not super windy. Unfortunately, I was not able to ever fly the drone doing field work because it has just been absolutely windy. I think we had about 40 mile an hour winds about constantly over the last few weeks here, and I've not been able to get much work done outside at all. I actually finished. So that took us the last couple of weeks to do this, and then we started burning down there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right in the middle of trying to burn, the sprayer broke. A new part we just put on actually broke, but you know how that goes. So yeah, we replaced the part that broke. We'd actually just replaced it half an hour before it broke. Show you guys. It is this brand new hose fitting down here. The hose fitting actually broke in half. We started to burn, and that's that tall wheatgrass. It's about knee height on me, so yeah, foot and a half in places. And it's fairly dry, and there was a little wind driving out of the north. And what we're trying to do is just burn kind of a barrier in there so we can burn the front part of the field and the back part of the field separate. And so we're just going to burn across a couple of feet, 10-20 feet, make a line there so it couldn't cross. And he was just going along ahead of me, kind of slow, and I was just going along behind him to make sure that the fire wasn't heading to the south, because we didn't care if it was going to the north, couldn't go anywhere. And the hose, about 5 minutes into that, broke and began just dumping the water all on the ground. So I had to run the tractor and sprayer back up here, unhook the sprayer, and switch the blade, which is parked over there, and run it back down. And it's not as effective or fun as using the sprayer, because you just have to drag till you get it knocked down, and then you just do the rest by hand with a shovel. You just go along and make sure it's all out. Once we got all that dealt with, why, we just lit up the rest of that corner and burned it out. But that's what we did yesterday, getting the 1066 out and burning. The loader is also gone. We took the loader up to our mechanic last night because of that frame crack on the front. It was just pissing out hydraulics all over, and moving that manure, I was probably going through a couple gallons of Hytran a day because of how bad that leak was getting. So it went up, and I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that yet. He called today, and it may end up actually having to go to the Case dealership for them to weld it. He wasn't going to weld it at first. He was just going to go to a scrapyard and get the part off a different tractor and put it on, just replace that. But the that front piece goes down under and joins to the steering underneath. So we'd have to take that whole front end of that tractor apart, and I'm not sure he's want to. So if we can get someone who can weld some cast iron, why, that should work. Just kind of catching you guys up on what we're doing right now. Probably won't be doing a lot more work in the fields, because I think he only talked to them today, or he's going to tomorrow, about fertilizer. So we'll go in here in the shop, let auto adjust fail miserably. Let me get some lights going in here. There we go. Okay, finally got my air compressor back. As you can see, I've taken the compressor off of the tank because the entire electrical system, this whole thing, was completely shot. I would have had to put about a $200 electrical kit and motor onto that to make it work right at all. So we went and just got a new air compressor. This is that 2.5 horsepower, 21 gallon Central Pneumatic. And then we went and got new connectors here. I like these connectors, so let me set you guys up right here. Don't be falling over on me. That ought to work. Okay, so I like these connectors. If you look, it says air in it. So if you look and watch, when you pull your whatever you have in there out, this locks open. So then all you have to do, you don't have to use your hands, you can just come in here and it locks just like that. That's a fancy feature. Never had that before. So really like those. And there's not much else happening right now. You guys might be wondering why we bought a new one when we have that. Well, it's because this tank, the bottom of the tank rusted out over the probably 20-25 years it's been here. And you can't just buy a tank, you got to buy the whole compressor unit, and it costs about $3,000 to replace this. So the plan is take the compressor, the motor, and everything here off because it's all still good. We'll sell this and we'll scrap this tank. That is going to replace that tank because this one leaks and it's heavy and it doesn't have wheels or anything and it doesn't hold as much air as this. So as you guys can see here where all the where the compressor comes off and all, I've got covered right here so I don't get dirt in there. Because I gotta go buy all of the stuff I want to T. So what I can do is I can come straight out of the tank and then go into a T and I can put the safety, the outflow, and the gauge on there. And then I'll buy some more of those really nice adapters and hookups for it. That's really all that's happened since I've talked to you guys last time. Just rolling harrowed and lamb planed. That didn't take very long at all. I think it only took about 2.5 days to get all that done. And just kind of been doing some cleanup. As soon as that loader gets back, I got to finish moving the manure because the barn's getting painted this in May here. So I'm really hoping that doesn't take a super long time. I'd like to have it back at least by the 1st of May so I can get the manure moved. We got those haystacks out back we need to load up and haul to the pits, which we're going to burn at some point, maybe this year. I was kind of hoping this year. We kind of decided we were, but I'm not sure it's going to be this year. It's going to get dark. Oh wow, it actually didn't die right there. Usually auto adjust struggles when I walk in and out of buildings. So, but yeah, that's all that's happened. I need to take those tires in there and the ones in the shop and go get those put on there. But ended up buying a new PTO Connect for this because the old one had worn out and kept falling off all last year. So we bought that. That was $60 right there. But anyhow, this is on the agenda to finish this mower deck. I gotta buy a can of paint. That's what I keep saying I'm gonna do. Hoping this week I'll go get a can of paint. I mean, it's not a hard thing. It's just a can of paint. Yet I still don't have it done. Put it back together because the weeds are starting to grow because it's spring and I love weeds. So I think he's gonna spray some weeds here this week. And then hopefully we'll burn again Sunday. It's supposed to be windy Saturday. Probably going to an auction. There's an auction. They have a Farmall 1066 Turbo, an 856, and a 4650 Swather. So they have a lot of the same equipment we have at that auction. So we're kind of curious. We're going to go up and see what it sells for, so we can kind of see what ours is worth. They have, what do they got? They got 5 loaders in that sale. They got a little John Deere, about that size with a loader. Then they have an International 706 with a loader. And then they have a big case loader. And then they have a 74 International loader. Can't remember what it is. I think it's a 80 something 50D. So anyhow, that's what we're going to be doing this weekend, is probably trying to burn, if we get a wind out of the north, because we want it to blow away from this grass field, because it will crawl through that pretty good if you get a wind. So we'll burn the rest of this end, and then we'll work on that end. We got some ditches to burn because it's really not all that far. We're planning to plant in 2 weeks from now. Actually a little less at this point, so we need to be getting our fertilizer on and getting our seed in here. And we're planning to plant, and then water will come in the end of May to June unless we have early water. But yeah, so that's what's happening around here, guys. So I just wanted to kind of let you know what's going on. and not try to keep you guys out of the loop. There's that auto adjust to tell you about. I kind of want to keep you guys in the loop, tell you what's happening. I'd like to do it a little more often, but we've just been so stinking busy trying to catch up. We're a little behind, and we're catching up. We're about caught up now, just fertilizing and planting, and then I should be able to get back to you guys a little more frequently. But anyhow, guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. And hopefully there'll be more future videos to come up in the future. So thanks for watching, guys.